Michael Jordan is looked at as the greatest player to have ever played in the NBA, but he is much more than just a basketball player. He's affected many other things than just basketball. He changed the way people dressed, what people wanted to be when they grew up, and the amount of people who watch NBA on TV. Michael Jordan affected the economy by his Jordan brand. The Jordan brand included shoes, socks, shirts, hats, etc. The Jordan brand is famous for the Jumpman logo. Items of this brand are very costly, and the brand itself is worth millions and millions of dollars. Michael Jordan's company has affected the social life of people in this country and countries around the world. On some occasions, if you had a nice expensive pair of Jordans, you could be considered cool. Michael Jordan even had songs written about him, including Wings by Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, which you will hear next.
See, he just wanted a jump shot, but they wanted to start a cult, though. Didn't want to get caught from Genesee Park to Othello. You get clowned for those probings with the Velcro, those were not tight. I was trying to fly without leaving the ground, cause I wanted to be like Mike, right? Wanted to be him, I wanted to be that guy. I wanted to touch the rim, I wanted to be cool, and I wanted to fit in. I wanted what he had. America, it begins.
In this song, Macklemore is talking about how he wanted to be just like Michael Jordan, and that he thought wearing a pair of his sneakers would be cool. In the last seconds of that clip, Macklemore said he wanted what Michael Jordan had, which was America, which shows that Michael Jordan had much more of an effect on America than his basketball skills.
Thus in history. He departs with 6 championship rings, 5 fewer than Bill Russell, and yet what one other man was responsible for transcending the game, drawing sellouts and high television ratings wherever and whenever he performed, and who single-handedly won more games.
That clip from a Michael Jordan tribute tells how Michael Jordan brought up the rates of NBA television, which is true because it was found that after Michael Jordan retired, the NBA rates dropped a substantial amount. This goes to show that Michael Jordan attracted many viewers. He attracted viewers from all over the country, maybe not even fans of his team or the team he was playing. People just wanted to watch him play because he was the greatest to ever play. Michael Jordan made basketball interesting for everyone. Every time there was a close game and the clock was winding down and Michael Jordan was in, everyone wanted to watch because they knew that he would put on a show at the end of the game. Michael Jordan also brought up the ticket sales for Chicago. Once he left, there also were a lot less sales in tickets.
In Michael Jordan's career, he retired a total of 3 times. One due to the fact that his father wanted him to play professional baseball, but he never did. After his father's death, Michael retired from the NBA to go pursue that and go play baseball. The reason this had affected America is because when Michael Jordan retired, everyone was shocked because they never expected for the greatest player of all time to retire so early. They all wanted to see him play for a much longer time. Michael Jordan's second retirement was announced in January of 1999. The reasons for his retirement was because general manager Jerry Krause of the Chicago Bulls and head coach Phil Jackson had extreme tensions. This had caused Phil Jackson to leave Chicago. Michael Jordan did not want to play under any other coach besides Phil Jackson, and that is the reason he left and retired. Another reason he retired for the second time is because he wanted to spend more time with his family.
Michael Jordan didn't only affect the television industry. He also affected the movie-making industry. There were 2 big popular movies made about him, and they were Like Mike and Space Jams. Like Mike is a movie about a young orphan who gets shoes donated by Michael Jordan to his orphanage. These shoes eventually prove to give him special powers when he wears them. He eventually gets signed to an NBA team, and later on in the story, gets adopted by an NBA player.
The movie Space Jam is about Michael Jordan and the Looney Tunes playing in a game of basketball against a group of space aliens who stole the talent of NBA players. In the end of the story, Michael and the Looney Tunes beat the aliens, and Michael Jordan returns to the NBA, as during the movie he was playing as a semi-pro baseball player because he retired to the NBA prior to these events.
The delay is killing us. Where's Michael?
Where is Michael?
Oh, he's not back from his other game.
What other game? What other game?
Michael Jordan. I believe I can soar. I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly.
In the beginning of this clip, you hear the audience chanting for Michael Jordan. They most likely came to see Michael Jordan and not to see the game. This is a good example of how Michael Jordan affected the economy, and also he affected the amount of money the team he was playing for was getting. Another thing is that Space Jam was a kids' movie. This also shows that Michael Jordan affected what kids wanted to be when they grew up. They wanted to be just like him. Last but definitely not least, Michael Jordan's huge impact on basketball around the world. Even though Michael Jordan didn't win the most championships or score the most points, he's still recognized as the best basketball player.
Michael Jordan had changed the way the game of basketball was played forever. Other teams in the NBA had to make a special set of rules called the Jordan Rules, just so that they could lock down Michael Jordan and make sure that he didn't really do that much during the game.
Yeah, let's make a set of rules just for this guy.
The set of rules came to be known as the Jordan Rules, and the Pistons considered them classified information.
Jordan Rule? The Jordan Rules. Is that something you guys made up?
You know what? The Jordan Rules was just a whole lot of help.
Jordan over 4 players, and Sally came away with it.
The rules were more than defensive schemes, however. They were part of a grander psychological plan.
They always played into that. Michael wanted to do it all. Michael tried to score it all and played it against him.
I mean, he was like a warrior that said, all right, they got 3 people, I'm still going to take the ball to them.
My ego was involved, because I don't want a team to seem like they could dominate me, but dominate us as a team.
As shown in this clip, the people who created the Jordan Rules completely denied it. They did not want to explain the Jordan Rules to any reporter because they knew Michael Jordan would figure out what it was, and then he would find out how to beat the Jordan Rules.
Michael Jordan's number 23, was retired by the Chicago Bulls as a tribute to his greatness. If you happen to wear the number 23 on any basketball team, as Michael Jordan did, that is a sign that you were the best player on their team and a tribute to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was so much more than a basketball player. He had affected the lives of so many people outside of basketball, and his legacy will live on forever. To end off this documentary, we are going to show you his famous and iconic free throw line dunk.
I believe I can fly.